down the middle. If she doesn't want to, what should she do?
Well, both of them can take care of the bills on their own if those are the only bills.
That's what I was thinking.
And if they want to split them down the middle, split them down the middle. Yes, he makes more. Yeah, like more than double her salary. I would take it as he's cheap,
Right.
and unless he's unless you guys are putting money aside and all that kind of stuff, you know. But that's everybody's household. I've seen that with a lot of people that someone made more and the other one made less, and they split the bills down the middle and whatnot. That's a household decision. And if you don't want to, you can voice your opinion and say, I don't want to. But I mean, like I said, if you had to, you could do it on your own. If he had to, you could do it. But I would say this: do it on your own, but pay half and put the other half in the bank and save it and save it and save it and save it and save it. Do it that way, because you have money just in case for some reason. And then that's it. everything else, then let he and like when he takes you out for a date night, that's on him.
Yeah.
If you guys buy, if he's buying a household car, or if you need another car, that's on him. All the kind of stuff. He may have a lot of other bills that need to be taken care of prior to. So I wouldn't. It's not a deal breaker. You just pay half, and that's the way it is. It is now anyway. Everybody can pay half. But now you got enough. Like I said, you can take care of the bills all by yourself, but you're only paying half. You put the other in the bank and save. Really, it's not a biggie.
Mm-hmm. I guess for me, I feel a little different because I don't know the full circumstance personally. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just it. I mean, I look at the question. Like I said, it reminds me kind of just like a story problem to me. If I knew kind of more backstory, I don't know if the person had a kid or whatever. I don't know any other stuff. But I still look at it as, I mean, I get what you're saying, or in the sense of like he's looking kind of cheap. He's looking way, way cheap to me. I'm sorry. Looking at that big of a difference, my money is my spending money.
No, I had it the other way around, where I had it the other way around for a short period of time. Well, the person wasn't making as much money, and I was making more of the money, and I wanted half the bills paid. I did. I think what makes everybody kind of things differently is because it's the man and the woman. But if it was a woman and the man, I didn't think anything different with that. I would say let's split the bills down the middle, and they said the same thing. Well, not all of this is mine, and you had all this before that. I said, fine then. We can put all my stuff in storage. We can do everything, and then we can split down the whatever. You can get whatever you want. But I did demand half of the bills, and I didn't think anything about it. And I do have bad spending habits, but so. That I mean, like I said, I don't think it's a deal breaker. And now, if he says that let's split the bills down the middle, so what? You gotta pay. You gotta pay no matter where you are. Like I said, she has to take. If she was by herself, she had to take care of all of it. She's just paying half. Just because he makes over double what she makes doesn't mean that requires that he pay all the bills and she takes hers for spending money. No, it doesn't. It takes two to tango on this household. She can put, like I said, put stuff up in savings. He can put some stuff up in savings. There's going to be hardships that's going to hit the household. You never know when. And that's what I'm just saying.
That's interesting.
Well, I disagree. And I don't disagree. I think it's to each his own. Really, personally, it's to each his own. For me, no, you can pay the majority and then I'll pay whatever left. Is usually that's how I would do it. Like you pay the rent and then I'll pay the bills around the house. My thing is if we're gonna split, this is my thing is because it is a man versus woman world, and I know women want to be. I could do whatever a man could do. We already know we could do pretty much what a man can do, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not there to show what I can do compared to what a man can do. That's if you that woman, then I understand. Then this matter of fact, this conversation wasn't even no void for you anyway because you paying all the bills because you can do what a man can do. But for me, you the man, and you have not that even that you have the majority of the money. That you the man, I want you to provide for me. That's what I want you to provide for me. I've already provided for me by living on my own and doing what I did. I want you to provide for me. So yes, I want you to pay the rent. I'll pay the utilities. Call it a day. If we're gonna split, I say it all the time. If you're gonna split down the middle, then split down the middle. Like you split everything. So I'm saying I don't want. She cooks 3 days, you cook 3 days, and then y'all cook together on the fourth day, that middle day. Uh, Everything. She clean the house, you clean the house. She does the laundry, you do the. Cause my thing is, we'll sit here and say, yeah, we could do this, but then it's always a man always like, where's my dinner? Where's my that? You still want to be on with the man,
yeah.
and I want her to cook and clean and do all this stuff for me.
Mhm.
As we splitting down the middle. If we splitting down the middle, you splitting everything. Don't come to me about dinner because I'm gonna come to you. Isn't it your day? Sure. I'm hungry. And I'm gonna sit there with a beer and put my hand down my pan and do what you do. And I'm gonna have my homies come over and we're gonna play video games and make a lot of mess and you clean it. Because that's usually what happens. Now there is some cases where the man don't do all that, and I'm not talking to them. But I'm just saying it's usually in a mindset that a man, when he's with a woman, this is what he is already expecting in his head. So for her, she's already expecting in her head, you pay most of the bills. Now I've heard conversations about this where the woman's hair is more in the bathtub and the this and this and she uses it. Men take just as much time and they put but they got nose hair, pubic hair, armpit hair, they got leg hair, back hair, chest hair. They got just as much hair as a woman. Ours is longer, theirs is shorter, whatever the case. And nowadays you can't even say that anymore because men hair is longer than women. So my thing is, if you gonna do it, then do it all the way. We're not just gonna talk about the bills. Do it all the way. But you're not gonna sit here and tell me that I'm splitting half all the way down and I still gotta do all this other stuff. Now I'll go and change it around a little bit more. If he lost his job, you better be able to pick it up. It is sometimes where you pay the bills. Because it is okay. Now he lost his job. You're gonna have to pay this, and he might have to go down to paying the utilities, and you pay the rent because now his income is that. You got to be ready to be able to maneuver. So I do agree with Lauren on put some money aside. Both of y'all, y'all both make enough money to put money aside for any rainy day.
And I've known couples in that situation too, where that happens.
Yeah, and then my thing is, you do that, and then as a woman, you should always. Our parents already told us, not the millennial parents, but our parents already told us to always have money set aside for a rainy day. So if he just decides to throw you out the house or you want to leave, you ain't struggling. You already have it to do it, and you can manage on your own. And I do agree with that, and I'm all the way on that. But in my mind, but I'm not a millennial either. But in my mind, no, you the head of the household, you're going to pay the majority of the bills. I mean, you'll pay the rent, and I'll pay the bill. Like, I'll pay the utility because I am living there. I'll pay the utilities. But I'm also paying for the groceries. I'm also going to go grocery shopping. I'm also doing to this day, I have rarely ever seen a man go grocery shopping unless a woman is sick or in a hospital or gone on vacation. But you rarely see. You see more women going grocery shopping than you do see men. Now, you see men go to grocery shopping with a woman, but you mainly see women go grocery shopping and all that. So if you're ready to split all those duties down, hey, we can split the bills. But we ain't going to sit here and split the bills, and I still got to do all the duties. No, that ain't working.
Well, all I'm saying is we're talking $950 a month. You're going to pay that anywhere you go.
Then I can stay where I'm staying at. I don't need to live with you if that's the case.
But no, it has nothing to do with the love or something like that.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
It does. And I think it's you're no, it doesn't. You're paying half, and I do agree with Lydia with then half of all the duties that goes down there. That's fine too, but I don't think it's a deal breaker. I don't think it's a.
It's a deal breaker for me. Like I said, millennials are different. I'm not going on a date and playing Dutch either. I'm not doing Dutch. I'm not doing that. I might, after we've been on 8, 10, 12 dates, right. I might actually pay for a date because I feel like I should participate there. But I'm not doing Dutch. I don't believe in Dutch, so I'm not Dutching the bills. I'm not Dutching anything. That's not me. Now I understand, like I said, if you go through some hard times, you go through some hard times, then yes, I'm there to pick you up. I'm there. I'm your helpmate. I'm there. But if you can manage to pay the rent, then there's no reason.
Well, I'm just saying, if there's, like I said, it's a household decision. Exactly.
But she's asking, so the household.
Yes, of course.
She doesn't want to.
Yeah,
and I'm saying, don't move in. Don't do it. If he can't follow no guidelines in that area, it is a deal breaker. Because my thing is, if you shortchange yourself, because if you shortchange yourself on this, you're gonna shortchange yourself on everything else.
No, this is
yes, different. You are. No, it is not the difference. Because we have in mind what we want. I don't care what nobody. Plenty of people got mad at me because I wanted to be a housewife. Had all kinds of things. She lazy. She don't want to do this because I wanted to be a housewife. But that's what I wanted to do. That's my thing. If you didn't like it, then it was a deal breaker. Then bye. I'm being honest. My thing is, that's the thing people fail to realize.
It's a deal breaker with her. It's not.
And apparently it's a deal breaker with her because she's calling in and she's upset. She doesn't want to.
She didn't want to do it. So that's what
it is a deal breaker
because she's saying that she doesn't want to do.
Don't settle for less because Lauren telling you to settle for less.
I'm saying
settle for what it is. It's not a deal breaker for you. Like you tell me, it's not a deal breaker for you. Mm-hmm. It's a deal breaker for me and her.
Yeah, because she said she don't want to.
Okay, well, don't do it.
Maybe it's because she's looking. I don't know what it is because she's looking at the. Well, and she might be thinking like kind of.
Because I think she put in the income thing because the simple fact that sometimes you go if you guys are struggling and you guys are she's split down the middle, and I get that. If we struggling, you ain't struggling at 100. No, 120 grand a year. You are not struggling. You're not. I mean, she ain't struggling either at 48 or 45, whatever it is. But she ain't struggling either. But I'm just saying he ain't struggling. So him paying $1,600 is not killing him.
No, it's not.
And so my thing is, but why are you making a big deal out of it? Because I know at the end of the day, I just know at the end of the day, if you settle for this and this is not what you wanted to settle for, you're gonna settle for a lot of other things that you're just not wanting to settle for. And there's a man out there that making only $25,000 a year, and he will pay the whole rent for you. And this little cheap person don't want to pay the rent. Because my pastor told me a long time ago, if a man ain't willing to spend money on you, boo boo, he ain't that into you.
Well, they're married, right?
No, they're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh,
they found a place to live.
This is wait a minute, hold up. They're not married?
If they was married, you can't get a divorce.
No. They're not married.
It's a couple.
Has
found a place to live.
I'm so sorry. I'm thinking you guys were married, and that's. No. Even if it was, I don't care if it was like two roommates. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. No, I thought they were married because if they're married, I was like, this is not a deal. But no, this is you guys. This is a household thing. He's just your boyfriend. He's coming in like that. Oh yeah, no, No, I thought they were married. No, for real.
Okay, so so thank you for that. But tell me the
difference because there's a commitment. No matter what happens, if something happens to him or something like that, you get all of it. Doesn't make a darn bit of difference. That's an investment. Okay. You're not now. That's all your house. If he's not there, he leaves. The judge will knock that thing down the middle. It don't make a darn bit of difference. You paying $950 and you gonna get $300,000, $400,000.
Yeah.
You ain't going. You just that's your boyfriend. Yeah. When he walk away, that's it. Ain't no split nothing down the middle.
Right.
So you paying $950, he paying $950, and he got all his money. And he's paying $950, and he got all his money. And he's whining, dining everybody because he got a whole bunch of stuff on his own. Hell to the no. No, I thought they were
Finally got her on
married.
my side,
No,
y'all.
I thought they were married.
No, they're not
Couple.
married.
No, you don't even move in.
That's what I said.
You pay your own rent.
That's
Shoot.
what I
You
said.
pay that by yourself. You got enough money that he pay on his own. Well, I thought they were married. No.
Well,
Boyfriend.
why are they trying to move in together if they were married?
We were saying if they're married, you're gonna deal with.
I thought they said the couple. Okay, so they married, and now he wants to date like married couple do.
Yeah.
Okay, so how we gonna do our bills? Okay, we're gonna split everything down the middle, and blah 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 blah. But that's how married people do. That's the
Yeah,
first
but
thing
you're
they do.
already married, so you already had those discussions.
Well,
That ain't
sometimes they
just
don't. Sometimes they don't. It's like,
well, I'm just saying they ain't just now moving in together. We married, we just now moving in together.
I thought they said a couple. When we say couple, just say people tracking, and then they a couple to me meant that they. I thought they were married, but no, you guys are gonna get. You just gonna move in, and you pay $950, and he paid $950, and he makes 100 and some odd thousand, and you make so and so thousand. You guys don't need to move in. You can pay that rent by yourself.
And
He can pay his rent by himself, and you guys can still talk to each other.
my thing
So
is,
what was you thinking I was talking about when I said if you settle for this, you gonna settle for everything else? What was you thinking?
I'm just thinking that in the marriage, what I was thinking, I was like, what settle for what? In my mind, I was like, that's why I kept going. Because in marriage, you guys are gonna argue about this stuff. This stuff comes up. This stuff comes up, and not only that, then when you live together, dumb stuff coming. I don't like you to do the toilet paper from this way. I like it from under. And you keep doing that like this
That's
one.
true.
Who put the mop in the utility sink? That's where we put our dry dishes. No, you're supposed to take your mop and clean your mop outside.
Yeah.
No, a lot of stuff comes in when you guys move in together. And so you do have arguments about that. And like I'm saying, because you're
the whole key was in moving
becoming
in together.
Well, I was thinking, they're getting together. They moved in. Yeah, they moved. They're going into another place. We buy a house. And so we're gonna pay this house is $1,600, which is cheap, by the way.
Mm.
And then we're gonna do this, and then when the bills are $250, so we're gonna split it down the middle. And she's saying, no, I don't want to do that. You make a lot more than me. Why don't you do this and blah blah? No, I said let's split it down the middle because I got this. I'm thinking there had to be more than just when you're married. There had to be more because usually if a man marries you, he's not gonna be that cheap. He's just gonna say, "Hey, you know what? I got these bills and these, so let me get my school loan down. Let me get this other stuff down, and then blah blah blah."
Right.
We just
that makes sense.
And so that's what I'm thinking.
That.
Yeah. So I'm thinking she's saying, "No, I don't want to. No, you pay everything." And but I didn't know
if that is a situation. Let's tell that you guys. Even though, what if that is a situation?
And then she'd be selfish if she's not understanding he's trying to.
Do
Because
school loan.
if he's paying off his school loan, that's benefiting them in the long run. Because you don't want to have much bills like that. Because then you want to buy the house of your dreams. You want to do there's all these different things that you want to do in that position that you're in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You would just have to discuss that.
So, but that's something to
But
discuss. But right now, it's like you said, pretty much you can find a cheap 1-bedroom apartment or whatever for $16.
Oh, you can take the house by yourself. It's
Right.
16. You
It's
can
apartment.
the apartment. You can pay for that on your own.
Mm-hmm.
She can take care of that on her own salary by herself. But and still have some left over. It's just that she don't need him.
Exactly.
And
I said,
and
you
they're not
said,
together. Just you do
like you live in your apartment and I live in my apartment,
Yeah.
and then when you ready to be a man to me, then we can move in.
Yeah, that's what
But
I
right
said.
now, we're not settling, and that's all I was trying to say.
And like I said, matrimony makes a difference in all of this stuff. You're married is a whole different set of rules. If you're not married,
Tell me
then
the rules of the marriage.
But let me explain this though right here. Before we get all deep into marriage, this is something that's really, really important. Have these discussions before you get married. Because my thing is, you can't, once you say I do, there ain't no second guessing. And do you want to have kids? Please have that discussion. When do you want to have kids? That's an important discussion. Our bills are an important discussion. These are
Beliefs.
discussion. Beliefs are important. These are decisions that you want to make and have a conversation before you say I do. Because when you get into marriage, it should not be ever a question in your mind that you want to divorce. I'm not gonna say that. You might have it in your mind that maybe I want to divorce, then you don't want to ever speak it. Because sometimes when you get married, there's things that your spouse is gonna do, and that goes on both sides, that you be want to second guess yourself, like, is this the person I want to marry? Because you're going through some rocky time and you're like, this is not the person I fell in love with right now. You want to be able to stay. And these things right here, these are little pebbles that will build into a big old boulder for no reason whatsoever. Now you can ask the question of what's the difference from marriage and being dating. Go ahead.
Oh, the difference is that it's commitment and investment. When you're married, everything becomes one, and what one does affects the other. Everything is you're trying to accumulate a nest egg for you and your children. When you're not married, anybody can walk away. I know a couple. I know a couple that was married and then they separated. They separated for a long time, and the guy went with another woman and stayed with that woman for a year. Matter of fact, nobody even knew who the wife of this person was. We just always knew this person as the main squeeze. Okay, so this person, and they think they were husband and wife, but they were not. They were boyfriends and girlfriends for, I don't know, 30, 40 years. It was a long time. Wasn't no this. He passed away. Who got what?
The what?
The wife. She wasn't nowhere near there. She had nothing invested. Probably didn't even love.
Because sometimes
that's how it is.
Purpose to do that, and then the wife gets it.
And the wife,
everything, and she ain't gonna give you.
time.
Matter of fact, you probably, as a woman or as a man, who whatever way you want to go, you can't even come to the funeral.
Right.
Your name ain't gonna be on the funeral. You probably was the one that was helping him while he was sick, all the way till he died, and you wouldn't get nothing.
nothing.
Barely get anything. Your kids won't get nothing. It just goes to the wife. And my thing is, I love the way you say it. It's an investment, because people always ask. It's an investment. So it's just like you buying a house. That's an investment. That is an investment that's way better than having an apartment, having a condo. This is an investment that you can make money off of, and you decide to sell it. So you bought this house for $45,000, and it accumulated and appreciated. Its value went up, and now you get $500,000 off of it, or you get $1 million from this house that you once bought for $45,000. That's an investment. It's the same thing with a marriage. It's an investment. It is a commitment. Because my thing at the end of the day, what are you going to get? And even though you could go with the person sign the birth certificate to my kid, they still don't have to get nothing. Because there's still got to be some proof over here. There's a lot of stuff. And if the family don't want to include you, you don't have to be included. She also had a friend that was with a guy for many of years. I mean, many of years. Like, I just thought they was married. And then he died. Now, she was there the whole time. The kids didn't include her in the funeral. Came in the house and took everything, talking about this is my daddy's. You don't want to stand by that person. You stand by that woman or that man. You are the one that's being there for that person. And for you not to be able to even have a say, you can't even bring their wishes and how they want to die. They can say, I want this type of funeral, this type, and you cannot even stick up for that person because you have no rights for that person at all. And that's why I get so mad when I see women are with a man for so long, or men that's with women for so long. Because I'm like, you're not getting anything. And at the end of the day, you're the one gonna lose out. Because if the kids don't want to include you and your kids and you will not get that. And it's so sad. And I do. I love that you said it was an investment, because it is so much of an investment. It is.
But it just sounds so wrong. No, I get what you're saying. It just sounds so wrong.
But does it make sense?
I understand it. I believe me, because you know what? I've been around people who've have plenty of investments. But so I understand. I'm around people who invest in all the time.
No, but I'm saying
I just,
as a
it just-
person.
and we're humans, and when you just say it like that, it's just like, ugh. Like,
But the reason
we're
is
just like, are we just dollar signs on us?
no, I don't
like,
think it's that way. But
like,
I mean, do you know how long I've been explaining this story? And people always go, I don't see what the difference is.
Oh,
And
I
I've
see
been-
the difference.
no,
No,
I'm
I've
just-
seen it bad.
Yeah.
I had somebody. I'm not joking. It was a relative of mine, and I don't know if this particular one was a great uncle. And I've never met this great uncle because this is how selfish he is. I guess he won the lottery, and he was really, really rich. I ain't never met the man because he just moved so far away or whatever. Most of my great uncles died of different types of cancer, each one of them. He ended up later on ended up having cancer. Well, the lady that we knew I knew as my aunt, but she was never married to him, and took care of him everything, and didn't get jack. He died and just nothing. I mean, we knew her as like our aunt or whatever because she's been with her for so long,
Right.
and she was always there for him and nursed him. I mean
Right.
everything. And I have seen it, and I see. I know somebody even right now, and it's crazy because somebody that we all know is the person that particular person's parent is with this person. I don't even know. This guy is married to somebody else, but that woman is his chick. But he ain't divorcing the main one because she about to die. But this one ain't been with her years because sometimes I think, are they just like with them and go, oh, I'm gonna stay with him because I'm married to him and they deserve this when so they stay married, but then they pour into this other chick at the time being while they're with them. I don't know if you want side chick, whatever you want to call it, whoever they with, and they'll buy him things, do things for him, but at the end of the day, something happened to him, they get everything. They get everything, whatever. Anything's attached to that person. Because even if she passed, they got kids, they'll go to the kids or whatever, something happened to him. You know what I mean? And it just trips me out to watch the dynamics of that. But and it does. It just all looks like you say, it's an investment, but it just sometimes it gets complex in the investment. It gets kind of really
and my thing
complicated.
is, it's a hard thing. But my
I
thing
don't know,
is,
for me,
people do not understand. You see people now that they are widows, and they got a good person, but they will not get married because it messes up the pension and all that.
exactly.
Oh yeah.
And it is
Other
all
previous-
and you
yeah.
don't want to mess that up.
Yeah.
So my thing is, regardless of anything, are you? Because my thing is, are you wasting your time? It's like saying, are you wasting your time at McDonald's and not going to build up and become a McDonald's owner? Like you're going to spend 30, 40 years at McDonald's and not have an investment to say, okay, I own a McDonald's now. I've been here so long, I know the ins and outs of McDonald's, but I'm just going to refuse to own a McDonald's. That's how it is when you get married. Okay, I've been dating you for all these years, but I'm not going to invest in this. But I got to be stressed under you. I got to deal with all the drama. I got to deal with you. I got to deal with you sick. I got to change your diaper when you're sick. I got to make sure you go to all your appointments. I got to do all this. But I'm not going to be invested. So when you pass away, I'm still going to struggle, even though you have all this stuff. And even if you have life insurance on it, somebody can veto it because I'm not a part
Of the family. You're not.
That's the story of my life anyway, so I guess I'm.
But I'm just saying that's what I don't think people. I don't think people ever think about it that way. But I'm just saying nobody thinks about it that way.
Right.
And if you don't think about it that way,
I know family. They really think of it. Like
but I'm just saying, I'm not talking about the people you know. I'm just saying sometimes as humans beings, we don't think about it. It's just like, you know what? I just don't want to marry Joe. And Joe get on my nerves so much I don't want to marry him. But then you don't want to leave Joe, so then it's like, why not be married? Because that's what people do when they marry. I gotta stay with Joe. You get on each other, no, and then you be like, but if you're gonna stay with him, that's what a marriage is.
Yeah.
That's why.
So why are you not?
That's why
why-
marriage is so different, and like people don't understand and accept the fact that
No, a lot of people
the different
do because of the gay rights. The reason that they yelled and screamed and hollered is
Oh,
because
yeah.
they stayed with these people for a long time and they have no rights.
Right.
And so they said, wait a minute, the only way that you can get rights is because we have to get married. So that's why they petition the court over and over and over again.
because they do the same thing as regular.
Because when we get married, we have rights. I mean, if something happens,
You get medical insurance. You get.
Not only that, it's just that if you are the wife, you are above everybody. So when the doctor calls and says, "Do you want to? What do you want us to do?" His mama, his sister, his brother, his cousin, his aunt has no rights. They say, "Where's the wife? Or where's the husband?" Which are the ones that. What do you want us to do? Where do you want to? When you say no, He
That was
wanted
on
to
that
be.
Tyler Perry movie.
He wanted to be. He wanted to be cremated,
What
and
movie
then
is that
ashes
now?
goes
What
over
movie
here.
is talking about?
Guy was mad about black woman. It was in a play in the movie.
But that's you get all you have all the rights at that time because you and that person are one. So you know nobody can veto those. A lot of people. I remember because people are distraught. I remember when my mother passed away, and all of her siblings came over, stuff like that. And one siblings, siblings, and my father was still alive, but of course he was distraught. His wife
he's
died.
going through.
Right, he's right there. So he's in the house, and they were like, "Do you know how to get some coffee?" And he barely knew he was in the house. He was so distressed. Okay.
Right.
But then he had one. She had one sister that came in there, and she was actually giving my mom stuff away to me. I mean, she's like, "Oh, your mom would want you to have this. Oh, your mom would want you to have this." And she was just going in her house and doing this. And my father was just still like distraught.
Yeah.
And I looked at her and I said, "My dad, this is my dad's.
Yeah.
It's not mine. It's my dad. It's not yours to give to me.
Yeah.
It's my dad's to give to me. If my dad wants me to have it,
Right.
but I'm not picking out his. We have no rights.
Yeah.
He had all the rights.
Yeah.
She had no rights.
Mhm.
Nobody had no rights. Now, of course, a lot of people take advantage because people are grief-stricken
Mhm.
and they go through all that. And like I said,
Yeah.
I don't think she meant, but I think she was like, "Here, this goes to you," and I think she's trying to
help, but she
was, but she didn't understand. No,
And
she don't have no
time,
rights.
Yeah, they have no time to be.
But people get in this moment, and I promise I think I'm the same way. I'm not even gonna even try to act like I'm a good person. In my mind, if my mom passed, everything's mine. Like I will look at my sister and go, "Okay, you're not gonna keep up with this one, so I'll give you this. When you mature, you can have it." That's what's in my mind. Okay, I know my
That's
mom.
all the siblings do.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I wouldn't even do that, and then I'll be like this. I would have to remember to breathe and go, "I need to talk to her husband first." In your mind, it's like, that's my mom. She been my mom the whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you've been her husband for this many years.
Yeah.
You know, it's a long years.
Yeah.
This is my mom. I mean, I came out of her. This is my mom. And you have those mindsets.
Yeah.
And so, like her sister, that's my sister.
Yeah.
She's been my sister way longer than anybody else.
Right.
Yes, I understand the daughter, but sometimes we don't because people take marriage such as a joke that we really forget that person is the person. You know what I mean? That person is, even like sometimes when I sign paperwork, I'll put my mom's name first.
But they wouldn't even take that. They would just it would automatically go. Whether she writes, when she writes it down, but you have to have his, like if you're a beneficiary at work, you got to have his signature to say that he's not the number one beneficiary.
Right.
That he approves of you giving it to somebody else.
That's good, 'cause I really was, and it wasn't that I wasn't thinking about my husband or my kids. It's just that I have been filling out the paperwork where it goes to my mom and my sister my whole time I was able to work. Everything just go to my mom and my sister. That's all I always had in my head.
Yeah.
So I had to start putting my husband's name and my son's name.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to go, my husband, and my son, and my daughter.
Right.
But you do get trained so much to do that. And I think we have taken marriage as it's a joke. And I always try to tell people, if you are not going to ever separate from your kids, you can't ever separate from your husband. Because your husband and you are more closer than you and your child. You and your child, they came out of you, those are your kids. But you and your husband are now one. So if you hurt, he hurts. If he hurts, you hurt. And that's the way your mindset has to change. But we don't have that because people get divorced like it's
popcorn.
And they don't even make it hard to get divorced anymore. When I had to get divorced, you had to be divorced for a while. You had to go to marriage counseling. And I had to petition and say, you guys told me I was divorced, so voila, y'all got to fix this.
So that's the reason why I said when they were talking about the couples,
The
it's totally different. It's a different mindset, a different reasoning when you're married.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're not married, then there's nothing. There's no investment. There's no commitment. You guys are roommates, and he's just saying, "I just want to pay half. You pay half," like roommates.
Mm-hmm.
old buddy, old pal. And you're looking at it as we're a couple and he should take care of us. Well, you're looking at it as a marriage investment. He's looking at it as you just you Joe, and you pay half, I pay half. Here's how much is it?
Sex.
Yeah, and that's half, and with benefits. That's all you're looking at.
You still gonna
So
clean.
yeah. So no, you just need to leave it alone, and like I said, stay in your own house. Yeah, really. Yeah, I agree.
When you live on your own, you ain't even gotta go really clean because you ain't gonna make a mess anyway.
Yeah,
so there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I'm glad she finally got it, and we're on the same page.
Yeah, because
I was fighting.
Y'all was just got me all thinking a whole bunch of the stuff.
I was fighting.
You do. I mean, I get what you guys are saying. It's really good. And I looked at because some stuff can be so complex. Like when you like when I'm thinking about still what you guys are talking about, because it made me think about when my aunt passed away, and it was really a weird situation because of the fact that she was married. But what was trippy was her husband had passed away, and I thought about her job because she worked at the fashion clothing store, and until later on I looked at her. I finally seen her paperwork, and she had it down. Her husband was on there, and then my grandmother was on there. Because they were so close, or whatever. But I was like, oh, this messed up because her husband passed away not before her. And it wasn't that long, there was a big difference or whatever, but it was a few years. But then by the time she passed, my grandmother wasn't mentally able to deal with it. So she couldn't, so then my dad, was the person over my grandmother's stuff. So it was like, I was like, ooh, then it came later and I was like, oh, she had, she had got some kind of invested in something in the store or whatever. And so I was like, oh, this might have been able to help with the funeral or something like that. But my father didn't want to do all of the work because of the fact that he was over my grandmother's stuff to go. She didn't have no kids.
But next of kin, she has a sibling. She has a sister, brother. Then the nephew, aunt, and a family member can go and claim.
My dad. It could have been my dad.
Yeah, he can still get it.
Oh.
And then
because that's what I'm saying. But I was saying he would have been him because of the fact that he had been over my grandmother's stuff.
Whoever's the next one, then it goes to the oldest.
That's what I'm saying. When you talk about you fill out your paperwork, I'm like, okay, well, what happens in those type of a situation? Because we are trying to respect the fact that this is my husband, blah blah blah, but. That was a weird kind of funky situation because I knew she probably when she did.
Because it's still family. As long as it's down your bloodline and it still goes in that direction.
It goes to
just like when my sister passed away.
But if she had a child that went to her?
Yeah, automatically.
So, but because she didn't, it could have went to the
then when it goes to the brother, just like when my sister died. It goes, even though there was a lot of people that was in her life and stuff, and I wasn't going to contest anything because I was like, whatever, and they was like, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And I said, oh, okay. As a matter of fact, I included some people that was in there because I knew that they were in her life, and I really appreciate them being right there for her.
And they were there.
They were right there all the time. And so I was like, whatever I could do for you, I got you, And because that's how it is. Yeah. But when it came down to me, it would have been automatically me. But then with the whatchamacallit, it was the her dad is still alive, so it automatically goes to the dad.
That's how it was on my
then
so that's how it would go. Oh, so it would go to the parent.
If she would have said no, I wanted her best friend to get it, then
that's what I'm saying.
Most definitely.
I don't get together, right? And the mother
now you're saying I'm suing you because I don't think that you are eligible to have this, and I'm going to say why in court. And then it's up to the judge. If the judge has to then decide. Well, her contest is right. Like you have to come up there with some really good stuff. Like you killed my sister.
Yeah.
Oh well, no, you don't get it now.
Right.
Or you were never around, and you this was written when she was not capable of understanding what she is. You made her do that. It has to be something like that. It can't be, I don't want to because she's my sister. No, that can't do it. Yeah. That's not it. That's
like the one where you said about your family member. You could have said you tricked her when she was sick. You tricked her to marry you again when she never wanted to be with you in the first place. Yeah. If you could prove that he tricked her and that she wasn't in her right mind to marry him, then you guys could contest that and get the property back or whatever, because you have proof that he did that
But-
when she was down and out.
Mhm.
But you have to prove that she was
You
down
have
and
to
out
prove
and
it,
was
yeah.
not capable.
So what
It
if
can't be
someone,
you say,
if
she
you're in a
said.
situation like how you guys were saying about couples, and you guys are not married, so you're not married,
Right.
but you're
this one.
together.
Yeah.
No, you've been together. Like I cut some of the stuff I was telling you, you've been together for a long time, or the one we were talking about. If that particular person that they're with, what if they wrote in a will that they wanted the person to have this, or would that still be legit? Like,
Yeah.
is it
Certified,
girlfriend,
certified. You went to court. Certified will.
Yeah.
It could be that way, but
Yeah.
best believe they could contest it.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure like some dick kids. Or
Right,
something.
wait a minute. And they can, yes, they can write that down and they can put that in there. But let me tell you this: that wife can say, and this is in the court of law, I was married to this person. He left me. Blah blah blah.
Mhm.
I'm not waiving my
What if he's never
trust
been married?
right. Huh?
What if he's never been married, but he's been in a long relationship and he does that way?
Oh, and the longer he's never married.
He's
The
never
will.
been married, but he has a long time girlfriend or blah blah blah.
And
he-
whatever
he
she
writes whatever,
and she put and then he puts in the will
But
that
like you said, the kids or whoever could contest.
and
it,
she
like
can put
older
the,
kids
if she
could
puts
contest
the if he puts that in the will,
Mhm.
yeah, but yes, his kids definitely can
Could
contest it. But they like again, they have to come up with more than I'm his daughter.
Yeah.
They have to come out with she killed my father.
Yeah.
She made him. He wasn't in his right mind.
Yeah.
He was in the restaurant. This is not true. This forgery.
Yeah.
They can't come up there. I'm his daughter. That's
Yeah.
That's not a defense.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just trying to get some info because
Especially you don't want to get all the information for talking.
talking out show.
Talking out show.
Purposes only, y'all.
You want to talk to an attorney and get you present the right stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Exactly. Thank you guys so much for listening to us, and thank you so much for writing in. We'll see you next time on the Talk It Out Show. What's going on?
I can't even tell. I'm all over the place.
What?
I
What time